So we only lightly touched on this.
Yeah, we just kind of brushed on it. You got me the chords.
Yeah, and I drew you pictures of all the chords.
You kind of showed me the...
That now we're going to not look at. So, yeah, do you remember how any of these chords went? The ones I just erased? No would be a good answer, because then we can figure them out.
No.
Okay. Okay. So, what's unusual about this G chord, or how's it modified from our normal G?
Well, we've got the two top strings.
Yeah. And what's another song we played recently that kept those two notes down through the whole chord progression?
It was
within 6 months.
one of the Pink Floyd songs.
Yeah.
Was it?
You're getting warm. You're getting warm. You're getting hot.
Wish You Were Here?
Yeah. So remember in Wish You Were Here, we had these two notes up here that kind of imply the sound of a G chord, but we had those different bass notes. When we got up to E, it really implied an E minor chord. And when we got to D, it was kind of back to a G chord sound. So the chord progression, if you were to strum it, would be E minors and Gs back and forth. Anyway, the important thing about this G is rather than having a B on the second string, it has a D. And now both of those notes are part of the G chord, but what part of the chord is B?
What part of the chord?
Yeah.
Oh, that's is that number 3?
Yeah. So B is the third, and D would be
The 5th.
the fifth. Okay. So it's a difference of whether we have on the second string, whether we're hearing the fifth of the chord or the third of the chord. And if I play just a couple strings, you can hear the difference pretty clearly. But if I'm strumming the whole chord, it's really subtle. You know, you have to really listen hard to that middle register because everything else stayed the same, and the difference between hearing whether you have a B or a D in there is really subtle. Okay, because it's just a different voicing of C. Okay, so the C add 9 could have G in it or could not have G in it. As long as it had D in it, it'd be a C add 9. But the sound they want in this song is the C add 9 with the G still on the top, so that all 3 of the first chords have the same 3 notes on the top string at all times. So here's the similarity between the chords, and the difference is in the bass. And then it's going to a D chord, but the D starts with the same note on there. Has this little moving melody, starting with still letting that G ring from the earlier, from the other 3 chords, but then finally resolving to a regular D chord, and then adding an E, and then back to the F sharps. So 4 consecutive upstrokes in there.